For the next item, I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about Community Health Network Foundation. Community Health Network Foundation supports patient needs through our greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. Janvi has decided that all gifts to her should be directed to the Oncology Patient Assistance Fund. Let me welcome Joyce Irwin, the President of Community Health Network Foundation, to say a few words. Joyce.
Well, it's an honor for me to be here and to experience this and to celebrate Janvi. Janvi is part of a family that are very giving and very loving and always thinking of others. As we've seen listed, Janvi has a wonderful heart. She's not only a wonderful and creative dancer, but she's a wonderful musician, she excels in academics, and she also excels in tennis and other sports. But it's her giving heart that she wants to be able to help others that really has spoken to me and has spoken to several others as well. Several years ago, I had a call from Janvi Bhatia, and everybody in here knows when Samit calls you, you must answer. And so Samit wanted to talk to me about patient needs and things that that there are just so many needs of patients coming in with oncology patients. And so Samit explained to me that over 50% of patients, when they're undergoing treatment, have to, many times will go through bankruptcy. He also explained that so many times that the people can't work, and sometimes even their loved ones can't work as well because they're taking care of the patient. And so Dr. Bhatia and several other physicians, oncologists, and the nurse navigators got a group of patients together for me to talk with them. And so didn't know what I was going to expect, and I didn't know what they would tell me that they needed. I didn't know, I just went into that completely wanting to listen. But they told me they needed things, simple things, like food, because they don't have enough money to buy food. Needing things to help with gas, to be able to help get them to help get them to their appointments. And they needed help with medication assistance. And so that's where the Oncology Patient Assistance Fund started. And one of those patients that I still remember that was in that group told me that he would go into public restrooms and stuff his pockets full of toilet paper because he didn't have enough funds to buy toilet paper because they were going for other things. And how he felt so dirty and he felt so bad because he was feeling like he had to sneak in and buy and to stuff his pockets full of toilet paper. So we started the fund. That gentleman was one of the first beneficiaries of the fund and was helped. And I received a note from that man, and he said, "Thank you so much for listening, because now I feel like I have my dignity back. I can go buy toilet paper." And so it's so many people like that we hear that have needs when they're undergoing treatment that really helps. So we are there as a side-by-side to work with our clinicians in order to be able to help them and help the patients in the needs. We've been able to expand that program this year. We've been able to expand to be able to provide transportation, not only gas vouchers, but transportations to pick people up door to door, to get them to appointments, because so many times they don't have the support systems to get them to their appointments. We've also been able to start are about to start a short-term housing program for patients that are having to drive multiple days a week over 40 miles back and forth. It's very dangerous for our patients to do that. So we've been able to start through generous donors, be able to start a short-term housing for patients to be able to stay between 1 and 4 nights a week. So it's through that work and through the work that Samit started and asked us to just listen to see what patients need that we've been able to do, and that we're here to celebrate all of their generosity. So thank you so much. I appreciate anything that you're able to do, and know that every single penny that you give goes to help a patient. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce, for coming here. I'd also like to acknowledge Brian Mills, who's the CEO of Community Health Network, for being here today and for all the work he does as a true patient advocate. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Joyce. The next item is a THUMRI, a class of musical and lyrical compositions. By the THUMRI, the dancer can demonstrate the Nritya or Natya aspect of Kathak, the latter meaning dramatics. The piece starts with Radha performing Shringar as she's in Abhisarika on her way to be reunited with Krishna. She wears her jewelry, puts flower garlands in her hair, colors her eyes with kohl, and puts on a bindi before draping her sari. As the dancer enacts multiple characters, she also depicts the role of a mischievous truant, Kana Murali Krishna, as he engages in flirtations or chedchar with the gopikas, who are playmates of Radha. Krishna's skin is so dark that it appears dark blue. His face exceptionally handsome. He wears a peacock feather in his hair and often assumes his classic pose of holding and playing a flute. Role-playing is an essential component of THUMRIs. Midway into the piece, the dancer switches back to playing the role of Radha, who goes to the river bank to fill water in her pitcher, but abruptly stops in her tracks as she hears the lilting sound of Krishna's flute. The pitcher falls from Radha's hands, and she gets entranced by the music. This song, Magaroko Nera Savarya, depicts the traditional chedchar or pranks that Krishna played on Radha and Radha's repeated request to Krishna to not block her path. It's set to Raga Hindol and Teen Tal.
Savariya सास ननद मोरी बैरन भाई, सास ननद मोरी बैरन भाई, पैया पर कहूँ तुम काहे घेरी, पैया पर कहूँ तुम काहे घेरी, सिर पे रख दे गागरिया, सिर पे रख दे गागरिया, मगरो कनारे कहरिया, मगरो कनारे सवरिया, शीश लिए हम गागरिया, शीश लिए हम गागरिया, मगरो कनारे सवरिया, मगरो कनारे सवरिया, मगरो